You get to hear me now. If you get to hear me now. Know you get stronger.
Hello, everyone.
You're still out of shape, Fred.
I am not. Are you guys excited? Yes! Me too. Our teachers have been talking about this since forever. Anyways, I'm Fred, and this is my sister, Carol.
And we'll be your hosts tonight. We have lots of things prepared for you this evening, like dance presentations, songs, Oscar winners, and apparently jokes.
Hey, Carol, did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke?
What?
He won the Nobel Prize.
Ha, ha, ha.
Okay, that was hilarious.
No, it wasn't.
Whatever. One important thing about this year's Oscars is that the voting was split between juniors and masters. The juniors were the candidates between 6th and 7th grade, and the masters were the candidates from 8th grade and up. For the People's Choice Awards, the juniors voted for the masters, and the masters voted for the juniors. And for the employees voting for Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Movie, the voting was also split between juniors and masters.
One important thing to keep in mind is that the English teachers had nothing to do with the voting. They invited Seriös staff to vote, so it would be a fair competition.
Such a pity. My teacher would have picked me.
You wish! She's not even my teacher, and she would have picked me.
No, she wouldn't have.
She would have picked me.
Whatever. Tonight, some of the students have chosen to talk about important people and institutions who have changed the world.
And now, I'd like to introduce a person who believes in this project since the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Lisa Bruss.
Good evening, everybody. Today is a very special day for our school. English is one of the most important subjects for us. We take it very seriously. For us, it's not only about teaching the verb to be. It's about giving the students, tools to produce and show what they have learned in class. This is why we're the only school in Brasilia to have 6 weekly hours of English lessons in our schedule. English is the language of business, international communication, entertainment, and the academic world. As a school, we strive to provide our students the best when it comes to opportunities and pathways of integration into the globalized world. That is why we're here tonight, to put into practice all we have learned. I know I can count on all of you to have an excellent evening. Thank you very much.
Good evening. You probably don't know Mary Seacole. She has been forgotten for a long time, but now is her time to shine. Even though she had suffered many losses and had faced several obstacles, she didn't give up. She overcame her difficulties and became a hero. She became a nurse and saved many lives in the Crimean War. If she had just accepted all bad things people would tell her, she wouldn't have saved so many lives. And tonight, we're going to see a few people who didn't give up. Now please, the nominees of the Best Supporting Actor. Congratulations.
I love you too. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank to all my friends that are becoming family now, my last year. So, yeah, I hope we keep in contact. I really like you guys. Thank you.
I assume that you all know Martin Luther King, one of the most important leaders of the civil rights movement in the USA. He was a Baptist and an activist who became the most visible spokesperson of the movement. King won the Nobel Peace Prize for combating racial inequality with no violent resistance, and he spent his whole life trying to make the world a better place. But now, talking about something completely different, let's see the nominees for the best costume. And the Oscars goes to the shooting competition. Ana Todorov, Maria Eduarda, Veruska, Bárbara, and Stella. Oh my God. Oh, well, we didn't prepare a speech, so I'd like to thank my teacher, Jessica, and Amara.
And our family and friends.
Yeah, and our family and friends. I guess, yeah, thank you.
Hi there, everyone. We hope you're all having a fine evening. We've chosen to talk about Muhammad Ali, an athlete I'm sure all of you must have heard of.
Besides being a professional boxer, Muhammad Ali was also a philanthropist. He gave aid to more than 20 million of the starving and was against the Vietnam War.
He was also an activist for both Native American causes and the civil rights movement in the 1960s.
Ali was a true citizen of the world, someone we can look up to and use as inspiration for bettering ourselves.
And now, the nominees for the Best Documentary.
Okay. And the Oscar goes to Police Heroes. Paula Rocha, João Paulo Junqueira, Pedro Victor Silva, Lorena Reis, Cecília de La Martini, Flávia Laborde.
Hi, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna just thank for my teacher, Thais, and for all of my friends who support me and Lorena. Yeah, just thank you.
So, a common thing between all wars is that they all left a lot of victims. And the intention of helping them, it was founded in 1863, the International Committee of the Red Cross, a humanitarian institution that helps war victims. It is independent of any state and has no political opinion. It has won 3 Peace Nobel Prizes, and it has helped victims in World War I, II, and other situations of violence. Now, let's see the nominees for Best Supporting Actress.
Don't scream at me, young lady. I'm not deaf. Come on, what's a family tree?
I can't believe Tom cheated on me.
Cheated. But no, George isn't here to participate in the to talk about it. We should be talking about it.
Well, and the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress goes to Bruna Oliveira.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I don't have a speech prepared because I was not expecting that. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you to all of you that helped me, and I love you too. And to my friends that made the movie. And is that thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to talk about a man called Terry Fox. Terry Fox was born in Winnipeg, Canada in 1958. Aged only 18, Terry lost a leg to cancer, and after his treatment, he decided to make a change in the world. In 1980, he began his Marathon of Hope, running all the way across the Canadian country, asking for people to donate at least $1 for cancer researches. He was now 22, strong, stubborn, and very willful. After around 143 consecutive days, Terry wasn't feeling really well. He had to stop and had diagnosed that his cancer had expanded to his lungs. Unfortunately, in 1981, we lost Terry Fox. 1 month before his 23rd birthday. Nowadays, the Terry Fox Foundation helps millions of people around the world. Let Terry Fox be an example for a better future, a future where we can help and count on each other. And now, the nominees for Best Animated Film. And the Oscar goes to Robin Hood Animation, Natália Fernandes, Beatriz Bandeira and Arthur Barroso.
Thank you.
We don't prepare a speech, but we want to thank you, our teacher, Jessica, her help us to do this video, and our friends to help us to and our families. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Essa daí tem moral, hein?
Malala Yousafzai, born on July 12, 1997, is a Pakistani activist for women's education and the youngest Nobel laureate. Her father was determined to give her all kinds of opportunities. But when the Taliban took control of the country, they established that girls could no longer attend school. Frustrated, Malala began to write a blog under a pseudonym about how life was after the Taliban occupied her home. Because the blog caught the attention of a journalist who made a documentary about Malala's life during that period. She started to speak out publicly about girls' rights to learn, and because of that, she became a target. A masked man shot her head, but thankfully, Malala survived. She had been given a choice, to live a quiet life in the UK or to keep fighting for women's rights, and she chose the latter. Then she founded the Malala Fund, a charity organization dedicated to giving every girl the opportunity to have the future she desires. Malala is now studying philosophy and fighting every day to assure girls receive 12 years of quality education. Now, the nominees for Best Effect and Sound.
Hey, Luke, we are arriving at the mountain.
Hello everyone, today's Adam. So I'm going to ask you, why did you kill your sister?
Maybe that it was a necessity. Kate was sealed for that something. 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
And the Oscar goes to Three Friends. Gabriel Jacinto, José Visu, Enzo Pessoa, Paulo Chagas, Gabriel Cavalcante Cunha.
Well, hello everyone. Thanks for coming. We would like to thank our teachers that provided us with this amazing project. I would also like to thank my colleagues here, my friends. Without them, it would be impossible to do this movie. And yeah, thanks.
Hello. Hello. Okay. The Music Club opened its doors in 2015. It's an after-school project managed by students with one very clear goal: foster the appreciation of music and live performance. Since the beginning, its members have performed more than a dozen different times, and they have presented more than 50 different songs. They now have a very special presentation for us, but before anything else, it's time for a music joke. So, what do you call a cow that plays the guitar? A musician. I'm amazing. Thank you.
I wanna be your first string. I wanna be your A-team. I wanna be your endgame, endgame. Be right.
Meu coração. Não sei, vai. Vai no filho, vai no filho. Vai no filho. Pode ir? Oi. 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 Diz que é o saco. Oi. Bom. Tá. Eu também não. Sai, não vai soltar o microfone daqui. Eu não sei tirar. Ah, tá. Eu vou tacar esse daqui. Não, não. Vai ser importante. Oi. Não. Então vamos lá. Oi. Luana, você tá preparada para o seu solo? Não. Mas de como? A gente corre. Cadê a Luna? When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dreams, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star as dreams.
Pode ir.
Mother Teresa, nun and founder of a missionary institution, was naturalized in India. During her life, she took care of the sick and poor. She had her hard work recognized worldwide, receiving the Peace Nobel Prize. This amazing woman was considered one of the greatest humanitarians of the 20th century.
We, ourselves, think that what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean. But I think that without that drop, the ocean would be less. When she said that, she really meant that we all should have good attitudes and help the unfortunate and unloved. Even if it seems small, we are contributing for a better world.
Now, let's talk about the movies. We are here to announce the best editing. First of all, we want to congratulate all the editors of all the movies. You did an amazing job with the equipment you had, with your phone or computer. It's incredible how young students are able to edit such wonderful movies.
Now, let's see the nominees.
That's not fair. She even had dancing. That's not fair.
Okay, and the Oscar goes to...
Eliza and her monsters.
A gente ganhou.
I'd like to thank you. And we weren't expecting this. Okay,
Sure not.
I wasn't expecting this, so we're really happy and thank you all of you.
Qual que tá funcionando?
J.K. Rowling is a British writer and film producer who wrote the Harry Potter series. In a period of 7 years, she went through a lot. Her mother's death, her daughter's birth, and the divorce from her abusive ex-husband. But all of this inspired her to work harder and never give up. And that is how she became one of the richest writers in the world. Today, she works with many charity organizations, such as the Fund for Children and Young People in Crisis. She donates most of her more recent profit to organizations to help people with MS, children with dyslexia, and even Doctors Without Borders. Having said that, let's look at the nominees for the Best Ed. And the Oscar goes to Fingerabs, Maluto não!
Yeah, I know I'm amazing. You can stop it now. Okay, I would say that I did not prepare a speech, but I did because I knew I would win. Because Fingerabs is #1. And yes, we were gonna win. We knew we were gonna win, and we won. Woo! Anyways. Woo! I would like to thank, shush now, God, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and also my sister. She filmed the thing. She was very cheap, exactly $0. And her only price was that I had to say her name up here. So here it is, Maria Fernanda. Yes. Thank you.
Now with you, ladies and gentlemen, finger abs.
Now, everything is different than it was before finger abs. Before, I couldn't even carry a pot of rice.
Zumbi was born in 1655 in Quilombo dos Palmares. He lived in a quilombo where he was kidnapped from and sold at the age of 7. When he was 15, he ran away to his motherland and helped his nation in a battle against the Dutch, who were trying to enslave them. His martial skills were soon recognized, and he became not only a royal family member, but also a lord at the age of 15.
The warlord could not accept being safe while all his people were in danger. So, because of that, he had his head cut. His story shows us that it's better fighting for a future than accepting a safe reality. Now let's see the nominees for the best script.
Hey, Kathy. Come rescue your little friend. You know exactly where she is. Everybody found out about the blog I had, and now people are treating me differently.
He's just a boy, and his best friend is dead. So please.
And the Oscar goes to Three Friends! Gabriel Jacinto, José Vizu, Enzo Pessoa, Paulo Chagas e Gabriel Cavalcante Cunha.
Eu esqueci meu papel lá.
Hi there. Now, I'm a bit shy, so I'm going to ask a friend to speak for me. His name is Vlad. Please treat him well.
Hello there, everyone. Vlad is very happy to earn these trophies, yes? I would like to thank my colleagues who have helped me endure the tough task that was recording this film. And I would like to thank all of you for being here, and my dog, because he's a great dog. Also, for all the single ladies out there, Vlad is single too, and he is legal. So,
Halilala Madiba Mandela, also known as Nelson Mandela, president of South Africa back then. He had a huge role on the fighting against the apartheid, which was a political system in which people were divided into racial groups, black and white, and kept apart by law. He was considered by black people like him a fighter, but by the South African government a terrorist. They made him spend 3 decades of his life in prison just because of what they thought he did. Considering that, let's see the nominees from 6th and 7th grade, the juniors. And the Oscar goes to Gabriel Leon, Hood.
I don't know how to say. Thank you, teacher Amara. And all my group. Thank you.
And the Oscar goes to José Roberto Vizu, Free Friends.
Congratulations again. That's why I asked your name.
Thank you. Vlad is still here, eh? 999 16 95 87. Please call me. Also, I'd like to say thank you to my teacher because she promised me chocolate if I said her name. So thank you, teacher Thais.
Hi everyone. I know I'm like the 15th student to come up here with a speech, and you're probably really tired of us, so try to make this quick. Okay? So, Michelle Obama, I'm pretty sure you've heard of her. I mean, what didn't she do? Lawyer, activist, Ivy League student, former First Lady, and lifelong supporter of women's rights and girls' achievements. Therefore, I honestly think she'd be proud of our nominees for Best Actress Juniors. She once said, there is no limit to what we as women can accomplish, and that applies to all of you girls. The movies featured here, they're just the beginning. So let's get right to it. The nominees are... And the Oscar goes to... Anna Todorovi from the shooting competition. I just like to point out that I knew she would be nominated and I told her so, but she didn't believe me. Well, I'm back. Again, I didn't prepare a speech, so I would just like to thank my hairstylist for cutting my hair because it was horrible, and my teachers, and my friends who were filming the movie with me. Thank you.
I'm back. You're welcome. I also brought my Oscar just so you could all just like look at it and appreciate it and just like be like, congratulations, I won an Oscar. And it's not plastic if you are all wondering. It's not. It's good quality. Okay, so I completely ruined my speech. Good evening, y'all. Let's get right to it so you're not too bored. Shirley Temple, she's amazing. She was one of the first people to speak up about breast cancer on TV. She was, again, one of the first, if not the first people to hold hands with a black man on TV as an interracial dance couple. She was largely responsible for making breast cancer an okay thing to talk about. She was the first female chief of protocol in US government history and served as a US ambassador during the fall of communism. So basically, she was an all-around spectacular woman who deserves lots of recognition. And I know she was also a brilliant actress, and I know she would be proud of all the Masters Best Actress nominees tonight. So, the nominees. And the Oscar goes to Maria Eduarda Cisne. I Love You, Sarah Johnson. This is my Oscar. You're not allowed.
Okay, so, oh my God, I'm nervous. I would like to thank my father because he taught me how to do the most important thing of my character. And I would like to thank Gil because he was the best editor that I ever seen, and all my team because our movie was something that I really enjoy participating. Oh my God, I'm really nervous. So thank you everyone, and that's it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Are you having a fun time? So, today I'm going to talk about a physicist and a mathematician. This man won a Nobel Prize in 1921 for physics, and he came up with theories that are still famous and relevant to this day. This man, that was so intelligent, he was called dumb and mentally disabled by his teachers, but he never gave up on his studies. He kept going and succeeded in his life. His name is Albert Einstein. He valued creativity and hard work above knowledge, saying once, "Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited, imagination circles the world." We believe that the winner of this prize, People's Choice Awards Jr., should have used his or her creativity to create a wonderful film. With that being said, let's see the nominees. After a very tight result, the Oscar goes to Minecraft Homes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all of the teachers of English. And we don't imagine this has happened. And thank you.
Lady Di became the Princess of Wales when she married Prince Charles, but she was also a wonderful person. The fact that she didn't fit in the blonde, tall, thin beauty standard, and that before becoming royalty she was a normal commoner, made her look more like the people's princess. Beyond all of this, there's evidence that she was depressed and bulimic, showing that even famous people have problems. When she got divorced, she continued to be referred to as princess and got more engaged in social projects in different places. And the night she died, the world stopped to admire her as such an exceptional human being she was. Because unfortunately, we only value something when it's gone. And now, the nominees for the People's Choice Award Masters.
There's something strange.
And the Oscar goes to I Love You, Sarah Johnson. Duda Cisne, Paola Lacalle, Yasmin Vieira, Nicole Lima, Bruno Nila, Giovanna Zerbini, Isadora Galera e Marco Piquet.
Thank you. Okay, so this category, I just have to thank all of you that vote for us. And
thank my team again because you are the best. And I love you. And I love you, Sarah Johnson.
One, two, three. What a night, what a night. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Gabriel.
I'm Victoria.
We are seniors. Paul Allen, ladies and gentlemen. He was one of the founders of Microsoft, and he was one of the richest guys in the whole world.
But why talk about just one more millionaire guy?
Well, you're right. However, Paul, you see, he was different. He spent his whole lifetime fighting a battle against a deadly disease. And yes, many of you may see this with pessimistic eyes. However, Paul, he didn't. According to him, this particular condition made him approach life differently.
In his own words, life is too short to spend it unhappily. With that in mind, he dedicated his life the time helping others. In 2014, he pledged $100 billion to combat Ebola in West Africa. That same year, he founded the Allen Institute for Cell Science to discover a better way to fight deadly disease. Unfortunately, Paul died just last week on 50 October, due to a lymphoma. You look at things you enjoy in your life, but much more important, it's what you can do to make the world a better place. Paul Allen.
Thus, ladies and gentlemen, what can we learn from Paul? The real happiness does not rely on material gain, but on what you do to make the world a better place. Not only for yourself, though, for everybody else. If we really, really want to see change, the actions, they must start firstly with our attitudes. Thanks.
And now, the nominees for Junior's Best Movie.
Roll drums, and the Oscar goes to...
The Sign of Four, Sofia Manzan, Atos Scanner, Gabriel Leão,
Bárbara Borges, Federico Goya. Congratulations,
Let's get your
all.
statuette, guys.
Where are they?
Fred, this is yours. Can get
Also,
it.
this is yours if you want to speak. Where are the others?
Where are the others? Oh, yeah.
No, not actually.
So, before anything else, I want to thank Teacher Amara, the best teacher in this school. And I want to thank everyone here, of course. You guys are amazing. Okay. Thank you.
Not betraying the trust someone might confide you with, not judging, or simply through appreciating the situation of others and the effort of others. However, we might be blinded to the fact that someone throughout history brought all of these concepts to us. That someone was Jesus Christ. Whatever he might have been, a human or an immortal Son of God, he forever transformed the barbaric ways of the past societies into order and honor. All of it done through the implementation of love. That is the one thing all of these movies should inspire. The idea of sacrifice, determination, and empathy, developed by the students' love and ambition to achieve what they have achieved today. That is why you should all be proud, whether you have been recognized as a nominee or a winner, proud of the movies that you've made and the participation you've had in them. With that, let's take a look at who are the nominees for Best Movies Masters.
Bring the sister.
But I will kiss him. It's always the way that I play freedom. Never, you just sit there.
However, the paparazzi were nowhere to be found.
Nice job, guys. The pictures were great.
And the Oscar goes to... Three Friends. Gabriel Jacinto, José Vizu, Enzo Pessoa, Paulo Chagas, Gabriel Cavalcante Cunha.
Alguém aí vai querer falar, né? Vai querer falar ou eu falo? Isso nós dois que não falamos ainda. Eu falo um pouquinho.
Good evening, people. I barely know how to speak English, but I'd like to thank you and thank everybody that watched the movie and liked it. And it was like a hard time for us. We are in the last year of school, and the vestibulares are coming, and we had to make a movie. But I think the movie was more like a release of us and not a waste of time. We had a lot of fun with the movie, and we laughed a lot. So it was worth it. And want to talk a little bit, man?
Well, I just want to say that it's a result of very hard work. And if some of you are questioning why we are here 4 times or 5 times, because we practiced it through 3 years in our high school, and we have here a lot of really good actors in real life. So thank you.
Oh, can I get the envelope?
Do you want this?
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Woo. Now, I'd like to introduce one of our greatest teachers. I can't say she's the greatest because she's not exactly my English teacher, but she's pretty great. Ladies and gentlemen, the lame queen. I mean, Teacher Amara.
Oh my God, okay. Thank you, my peasants. All right, almost 3 years ago, I had a dream. I had a dream of students willing to use their creativity and talent as a tool to learn English. I believe, sorry guys, I'm not wearing my glasses. You see, that's not me, right? So, today we saw those kids working their best, using their creativity, their talent, and we might have seen some grammar mistakes, some spelling mistakes, oh, not spelling mistakes, but pronunciation mistakes, but this is part of the process, right? I believe that the mistakes are part of the learning process. In 2016, we had the first version of this event. It was just the beginning. I'm sure it fired a little spark on some kids here. Can you imagine the quality of the movies from next year, for next year? I can. If you won a prize, congratulations. If you didn't, don't worry. You will have another opportunity. Life is full of opportunities, just like the people we talked about tonight. I would like to thank all the students who took this very seriously. I would like to thank all the coordinators, the principals who understood the meaning of this project, who understood how cool this would be for the students and how excited it would be for them. And every single idea you see here, every detail, they said yes to it. So I'm really thankful for that. And also I would like to thank all the English teachers who helped me a lot. I can't thank you guys enough, really. You are the best team in the world. Many times without sleeping. A lot of people, you have no idea, guys, like 1 a.m., we'll talk, text and have some ideas. And I have the best team in the world, indeed. Thank you so much. My students, you are the best. And thank you, English department. You rock. I love you!
We now have a very special presentation for you. But before anything else, let me remind you that after this presentation, you may return to the red carpet and take some time to enjoy the cocktails that have been prepared.
And now, the moment we've all been waiting for.
The English teachers.
Including George, who, by the way, waxed his legs.
Dancing Pepper Girls.
Spice Girls.
Whatever.
Just walk
Now, guys, let's enjoy the cocktail.
I want to ask you, how was the preparation of the event, and what do you think it was most important, and what do you think the students thought about it?
The students spent hours and hours getting prepared, getting ready for it, really dedicated to it. They've really had an opportunity to show how much they have learned this year, how much their English has developed, and the event was a success, and I'm sure everybody's going to take it home for the rest of their lives.
How was the night? Did you enjoy it? Wasn't the way you were expecting to be?
Bruna, actually it was way much better than I was expecting. I was so happy to see all the students so engaged and so happy to win the prizes, or just to see their friends, up there being the nominees. I'm really happy. I can't describe how I'm feeling now.
How did you get the idea to do the Spice Girls things with the teachers?
Well, it was kind of my idea, but one of the teachers was so excited, he really wanted to wear the wig. So it was my idea. However, some people were kind of more excited than me,
And how was it to rehearse? Did George enjoy it?
Actually, George didn't go to the rehearsals, okay, guys? But we tried to use some of the breaks we had. We had 2 weeks only to rehearse. But since we kind of were teenagers in the 90s, everybody kind of knew the choreography.
It was really hard to do all of these, right?
Yes, indeed. I haven't slept for days, but I'm really happy because now I can see the result of all this work.
It's amazing how just students that are just teenagers can do things so amazing.
Exactly. Some people, it was funny because some of the teachers, not only the teachers, but the employees that helped us voting for the movies, they were so excited and they said, did the students create this? They were amazed. And it's really nice. I'm really excited for next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Enzo and Gabriel, how many Oscars did you want today?
Okay, Paulo, tonight I won 3 Oscars. So did I, 3 here.
Well, that's funny because 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Man, this is not a competition, you see?
Yeah, I know.
The movie is ours. We won. We all won.
Hi, did you like the event? Was it fun?
Yes, very much. It was an amazing night. It was everything very beautiful and very emotional.
And how do you feel about having your daughter, seeing your daughter win 2 Oscars?
Well, my senior daughter won the editing Oscar, and my junior daughter won 2 Oscars for Best Costume, which I feel a little bit involved because, the costumes came from someone's closet, so I do believe I have some participation on it. And she won also Best Actors, so I'm very proud of that. And I have a very important role in this evening, which is holding all the Oscars so my daughters can enjoy the party. So I'm cool with that. Thank you very much. And congratulations on a very fine evening. And congratulations to you, of course.
Thank you.
Nós estamos muito felizes com a realização desse evento, porque é a consolidação de um trabalho com foco na língua inglesa, trabalho esse que o Seriös vem intensificando de uma forma inclusive mais agressiva e colhendo muitos frutos. Essa semana nós tivemos o lançamento do jornal, o Seriös Lee, e hoje com esse fechamento do Oscar, feito, protagonizado, elaborado, organizado e comemorado pelos alunos, nós pudemos entregar, mostrar que de fato hoje a proposta de língua inglesa do Colégio Seriös está consolidada.